stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at New York. In the early season, they find themselves down in 9th place.
Well, I think for New York, seeing them where they are now, it's easy to forget just how awful they were a season ago. This is a team that's made major strides to lift themselves into the middle of the pack.
Boy, I tell you what, it's been a grit and grind effort for them. They know how to win, and that's not something you could say about them last year.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, after a 16-year run where they made the playoffs 15 times and won the NBA title in 2011, the Dallas Mavericks have missed the postseason the last 3 years. But by bringing in 2019 Rookie of the Year Luka Doncic and trading for All-Star Kristaps Porzingis, there's a lot of confidence in Dallas that they will soon be back in the hunt. Kevin?
Seems like they are. Thanks, D.A. Clark, the rookies are still trying to get their firm footing as the new season begins and a new arena for them opens up. Talk about your journey over the course of your rookie year.
Yeah, I remember it was really exciting to have fulfilled the dream of being an NBA player. I struggled early in the season, particularly against some of the veteran guys I ran up against, but found my rhythm and really played extremely well for the second segment of the season. But there was a period, Kevin, when I ran into a wall and just had nothing in terms of sharpness or legs. And then all of a sudden, after about a week and a half of that, it just went away. And I hit my stride and finished strong.
So the New York starting five, Barrett and Knox are the wingmen. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Smith in at the 1 spot. And for the Mavericks, on the perimeter, it's Curry and Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. And it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Now, here is Smith. And that one goes long. Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Porzingis can't hit. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Knicks. And here's Smith. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pistons in Detroit. It's stolen by Randall. Now Smith. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. It's not going to go for him. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Boy, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
Here's Knox. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pistons in Detroit. He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Doncic. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Tell you what, guys, that's not an easy finish, but somehow Doncic makes it look rather effortless.
And when you see that step-back three, Clark, for Doncic, shades of James Harden, the way he gets that shot off.
And you know what? They say Luka's deceleration, hitting the brakes and stopping suddenly, is top-notch, just like James Harden's. So that's quite a compliment. A lot of that is footwork and balance, but I think his quickness, too, guys, has been a little bit underrated. This guy is a little better athlete than he gets credit for.
Doncic, no good on the free throw. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
Now, here's Doncic. 20 points for him last game against Orlando.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Unselfish, good vision. Nice dime by Julius.
For Dallas, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Doncic passes to Curry. Here's Marjanovic. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Now, here is Smith. Outside Robinson. The fadeaway. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Brunson, the bounce pass. Porzingis kicks to Curry. Back to Porzingis. The pass to Brunson. Just 4 to shoot. No good with the elbow jumper.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Kept alive. Here's Robinson, and he banks in the layup.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Brunson, the pass to Curry. Back to Brunson. Dallas moving it around. Curry's shot is off. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Smith. Bucket is good.
I like how Smith goes right at the defense. Actually, I love his attack mentality. He's not shy about shooting it inside.
Brunson, the pass to Doncic. To the inside. Here's Porzingis. And he comes up with the deuce.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Smith with it. Passes it to Randall. The shot comes out. Nice D from Porzingis. Dallas shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Brunson finds Marjanovic.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Smith against Porzingis. Now here is Smith. Defense right on him. Shot clock at 6. Right wing. Randall right side. And the shot goes in.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Brunson scanning the floor. Now here's Doncic. Tight defense on him. Back to Brunson from outside the arc. Smith with the defensive effort. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
Barrett, no good. Here's Brunson. A 20-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And you know, he was getting fouled time and time again and really delivered at the free throw line. Huge contribution there, guys.
Here's Smith. Dishes to Barrett. Back to Smith. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today. And the Mavericks seem to have done the hard part, acquiring a potential franchise player in Luka Doncic.
And you know, guys, we've seen it, but in this league, one star isn't enough. That's why I think the trade for Porzingis was a good gamble. If he can stay healthy, they have an inside-outside star combo to build on.
Curry can't get it to go.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Here's Barrett. Knicks with a new 14, and Randall throws it down.
Randall really a force on the offensive glass. This guy plays with so much energy and excels at crashing the glass.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Clark, if you were a coach on a team, what would you want to see from a guy by the end of his rookie season in the NBA?
You know, Kevin, I won't be specific because I think it's more general in my estimation. Owning his development, whatever that means, embracing how he's going to get better. If it's a particular area of the game, yes, but understanding the professionalism of work ethic and developing good habits and really owning that. That's what I would want to see.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Curry. And it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Wright against Payton. Morris outside. Back to Payton. And stolen by Wright. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
New York's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Now here's Ellington. Morris outside. Payton against Wright. Deflected by Hardaway, but they recover it. Clock at 4. A second chance effort. Payton, that's good.
When it comes to scoring the ball inside, Payton's a master at it. I mean, the defense can contest him all they want down there, but he still finds ways to bury it right in their face.
Now, here's Doncic. Morris with the block.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
It's deflected, and he gets it back. Three-pointer right. No good that time. Great D that time from Payton. And here is Ellington. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Payton. Morris outside. The 11-footer, and it's Gibson that time on the assist by Morris. And now a 5-point New York lead. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Now Wright. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Powell, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game. And I think he's only going to get better down there.
The Knicks leading by 3. Payton with the ball. Morris outside. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Mavericks shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Hardaway goes in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the big contract for Tim Hardaway Jr. back in 2017, Clark. 4 years, $71 million.
Hey, sometimes timing is everything. We know that in our world and in all the other worlds out there. And think about that now. Tim Hardaway Jr. has made more money than his all-star father made in his whole career. Hardaway Jr., young and athletic, and a really rock-solid player at both ends.
The first free throw is good.
You know, for Tim Hardaway Jr., it's the family business. His dad was a pro and an outstanding one in his own right in the NBA. So Jr. knows exactly what it takes to excel at this level.
Dallas making a switch here. Berea's checked in. Hardaway hits them both. Here's Payton. And stolen by Wright. 1:53 left in the first quarter. So they take the lead. And the Mavericks lead by 1. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's Payton following the score by Dallas. Portis can't get it to go. Berea looking for an opening. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Connects from three-point range. Hardaway has got 5 now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And here is Payton after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Here's Gibson. That one's off, still out of sync. Mavericks leading by 4. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
.56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Payton passes to Portis. Shoots over Powell, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big men to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. And the Mavericks with possession here, leading by 5. Berea, the pass to Kleba. Now Powell. Dallas moving it around. Outside Hardaway. Clock at 6. Baseline jumper. Knicks with the rebound. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Knicks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Free throw good for Morris.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markeith, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now here's Berea. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. To the left side wing. Right from outside. He can't hit that time. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's Dallas ending the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she breaks herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right, Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And New York, looking at who they've got. Taj Gibson is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then there's Peyton. And it's Portis in at center.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Sunday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Tuesday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Tremendous court awareness by Peyton.
Barea, the pass to Wright. Back to Barea. Lays it up and banks it in. Barea's got his first 2 points of the night.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Knicks trail by 3. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
If they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David.
And, you know, Barea is a fairly consistent three-point threat. You can't sleep on him out there.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. With some arc, and it's denied. They get it back, and that one is good. Mavericks leading by 4. Right outside. Wants to get it to Barea and does. Yes, that goes in. Barea's got 7 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Curry subbed in for DeLon Wright. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now, here's Barrett, guarded by Curry. Barea against Smith. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
Smith showing outstanding concentration on these hard shots, even as he's getting hit.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
And a chance to check out stats for Barea. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game, 5 assists and 2 rebounds. And he's very steady with that second unit, running the offense and getting them into their sets.
Right. I mean, your backup point guard simply has to hold the fort, maintain the status quo, share the basketball, and minimize mistakes.
Barrett, no good. And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. 4-point game. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Here's Randall. Nice D from Porzingis.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Throws it up high. And here is Marjanovic. He had 10 points in the win against Orlando.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Knicks trail by 4. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it. The fast break chance. New York, no good that time either.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today. Well, so much of the last few seasons have been lost time for Kristaps Porzingis. That ACL injury and then working back from it in the 2019 campaign. Never an easy road to start him.
What's up?
Greg, with all the time that Porzingis has missed, it's easy to forget just how dominant he is when he's healthy.
KP is one of the few game-changing talents in our league. He can carry an offense and boost an entire team's defense with his presence on the floor.
Now, here's Barrett. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Detroit.
And pick and roll is huge in today's game. Barrett realizing what to do in those sets.
Here is Barea. Right side Hardaway. Lets the 3 fly. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's Randall with the drive, and they pick up 2. And now just a 3-point Maverick lead.
Showing quickness off the dribble, something that separates Randall from most other power forwards.
Pass to Barea. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Barea's got 9.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Smith, the pass to Randall. Porzingis with the block.
Boy, Porzingis doing a nice job staying in position and then using his reach to block shots.
Barea, good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Here's Smith. He dishes it to Randall from 17 feet out. Randall can't get that one to fall. Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Porzingis, and he converts the layup. He's got 11.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. New York calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Doncic comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for J.J. Barea. Smith left side. Here's Robinson. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night. The Mavericks leading. Now, Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. There's the triple. It's rebounded by New York. Robinson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. From about 16, Barrett, no good. Dallas leading by 7. Brunson with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Now the pass to Marjanovic. Brunson, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
So it's the Knicks now, following the score by Dallas. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. Here's Barrett. Buries it down low. Barrett's got 4 this quarter.
And you like the toughness there. Barrett being more comfortable having to deal with an aggressive defense.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Marjanovic. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Knicks trail by 7. Here's Knox. No good on the triple.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
There's the lob to the hoop. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Here's Brunson, following the score by New York. Here's Marjanovic. 6 points for him. Curry finds Brunson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Now, here's Barrett. 8 points for him. Over Brunson. Barrett, no good.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Curry dishes to Doncic. Swiped it away. To the middle, here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
Boy, I tell you what, known for his dunking ability, as soon as Smith Jr. is cleared to take off, he gets up there in a hurry.
Now, here's Doncic. Curry kicks to Marjanovic. Shoots from 12. It's stolen by Randall. And here's Smith. To the paint. Here's Knox. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game. Mavericks leading by 3. Doncic outside. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Randall. Porzingis with the block.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
13 feet away. Rebounded by Knox. Knicks trail by 3. Looking to get it going. Missing that scoring opportunity, having a bad 3 for 9 shooting night.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Porzingis passes to Curry. And he's good on the 3 ball. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
New York calls timeout. Well, the number 33 pick in the 2018 draft, Jalen Brunson, off to a pretty good start.
Boy, I tell you what, this guy is so solid. He was the Naismith Player of the Year and a 2-time champion at Villanova. No surprise to see him handling this business in the pros because he's all business.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And it's Wright in for Seth Curry. Knicks trail by 6. Passes to Portis. Right side Gibson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Brunson. He's off on that one. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Here's Doncic, and the shot goes down. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
New York's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Payton passes to Morris. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Powell, that's good. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And so here is New York following the score by Dallas. Now Portis. Morris outside. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Doncic. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Brunson. A beautiful reverse layup. Brunson's got his 2nd basket.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Portis. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right back after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. During one stretch, they trailed by 7, never falling behind too far. The second quarter saw them extend their lead to 12 points at the break through some solid team basketball. Very few wasted possessions and a strong effort defensively. Shaq, what's your take on Dallas?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And Kenny, your take on New York?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you can scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Doncic and Porzingis, the incredible forward pair. Jalen Brunson out there with Curry. And it's Marjanovic in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Now Randall following the Porzingis miss from deep. And Barrett gets it to go.
With defenses usually playing him to drive, Barrett's developed a nice little floater for when he can't get to the rim.
Brunson with it. To the middle. Stolen by Robinson. Now here is Smith. Brunson covering. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 10-point lead. And Doncic gets it to go.
Boy, a strong, versatile offensive player. Doncic capable of burning you from anywhere on the floor.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Knox the pass to Smith. Pass to Robinson. Here's Knox. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Knox has got it back down to within single digits for New York. Doncic outside. Here's Brunson. Robinson with the block. But they'll get another chance. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's a capable shooter from outside, guys. And for Doncic, I think it's a matter of just shooting with confidence all the time.
Bounce pass Robinson. Looking to end his cold spell. Nice D from Porzingis. Dallas leading by 12. Here's Doncic. Curry trying to break free. And Doncic gets it to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
New York's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Smith. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And that one drops for him. Smith's got 8 points. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Runs in the pass to Curry. Shoots from 14. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Here's Smith following the score by Dallas, and he makes that one. 10 points for him.
Boy, every point guard has to have this shot, and I love watching Smith shoot his floater because he's got nice touch on it.
Outside Curry. Back to Brunson. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Julius Randle picks one up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls.
Boy, you look at how tall Porzingis is. He's 7'3", and you add in his skill level. That's a unique combination. No wonder they call him the unicorn. He is unique.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. And both free throws good for Porzingis. And Clark, the advantage of height, well known in basketball, but some have wondered if Porzingis is almost too tall.
Well, you know, there's a concern because he's had a significant injury early in his career, and his frame is really long, which makes you a little more susceptible to injuries. But I think KP has worked diligently to add strength and improve his body. Only time will tell if he's able to stand up to a long, productive NBA career.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season we thought the Knicks' cornerstone player was Kristaps Porzingis. But the player and the team fell out of love with each other, and the Knicks traded him to Dallas. The draft picks and cap space freed them up for a wild summer, led by the drafting of rookie R.J. Barrett in the draft. Now New York has one of the more drastically revamped rosters in the league. Kevin, there's a lot to be excited about going forward in the Big Apple.
Big moves indeed, David. Thank you. Now, here's Doncic. Following the missed shot by Dennis Smith. And the pass to Porzingis. Stolen by Robinson.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And at 6'7", Barrett with terrific positional size, which allows him to create problems for defenders down low.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But, Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not. He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
Now, here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, you know, Seth Curry has that shooter's mentality, which makes defenses uncomfortable, and that's part of how he gets these calls.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Dallas.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
First free throw is good.
And, you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, he's more established and playing with more confidence now.
Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Marjanovic. So he gets them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Down low, here's Randall. He gets that one. Randall's got 8 points.
Kevin can't leave anybody open around Smith. I mean, he finds them quickly. Love his court awareness.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here is Hardaway. He's defended by Randall. Back to Porzingis. Over Randall. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Randall. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it. The fast break chance. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Well, few players in the NBA are as scary as Dennis Smith Jr. when he has speed towards the rim.
Smith just attacks with a ferociousness when he puts the ball on the floor. It can leap out of the building and strong enough to dunk over and through just about any player. Still developing the rest of his game, but you like his aggression when going to the hoop.
Smith no good on the free throw. And you spend any amount of time watching Dennis Smith Jr., Greg, his leaping ability makes for some impressive highlights.
Kevin, he's got the size and the off-the-charts athleticism. Now just trying to figure out how to realize his obvious potential.
Porzingis finds Hardaway. It's rebounded by Portis. Knicks trail by 9. Smith outside. The 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. At one point, they led by 16. And Doncic, here we go. Count it. 15 points in the game.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Here's Smith. He's got 15. Out left to the wing. Randall left side. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 5. Smith. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Boy, you've got to do better than that against Smith Jr. Be careful how you defend him inside.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. That free throw, no good. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Elfrid Payton comes in for Barrett. And he's good on the second.
Got to appreciate Dennis Smith now. I mean, this guy is terrific at scoring from everywhere. Very athletic and explosive.
Doncic outside. Back to right. In the corner, Powell with it. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Cans it from downtown. And 11 points for Tim Hardaway.
Boy, you cannot let Hardaway Jr. get going like this, guys. I mean, once he's in that rhythm and flow, it's bad news for the defense.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Trailing by 13. Passes it to Morris. Smith with it. New York needs to get off a shot. And Gibson kicks to Smith. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Mavericks leading by 13. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
How about the assertiveness from Hardaway Jr. there, electing to go with power and force. I love it.
Here's Payton. 6 points for him. Now here is Smith. A floater. Got a hand on it.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Now, here's Portis. They need this. Got a piece of it. And right, here we go. And he lays it straight in. Wright's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Knicks trail by 19. And here's Smith. He's got 16. Over Hardaway. And it's Smith missing. Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Right against Payton. Pass to Doncic. He feeds it to Powell. And stolen by Portis. And now the Knicks on the break. Morris with the ball. Hardaway with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Doncic. Count it. Good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And he's just had one attempt at the line early.
And just a shade over 70% from the line a season ago. That's an area I'm sure he wants to improve.
The Knicks making a switch here. Ellington's checked in.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude, and I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Hardaway. Last season's performance for him. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And every team in the league needs shooting. That's what he brings coming off the pine.
Yeah, there's always a demand for shooters, man. Have jumper, will travel. I'm telling you, most championship teams, they have a bunch of those guys who can put it in the basket.
Payton passes to Portis. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here's Wright. That one goes in. Wright's got 8 points.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And so here is New York. The Mavericks making the shot. Inside, here's Morris. And it's good, 2 points.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Wright looking around. Morris against Doncic. That one good for 2. Powell's got 4 points this quarter.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
New York's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Here's Payton. The pass to Ellington. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And right, here we go. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closer, and it's in there.
Well, this is who Doncic is. This is what we've seen from him. A scorer who can take over games easily.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Basket counts. 8 points for Elfrid Payton.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Right with it. Now Payton defending. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. Pass to Morris. Doncic with the steal. A wide open look here for Wright. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. 11 points in the game.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Dallas has gotten the 3-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Cleveland and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Mavericks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
First one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Payton outside. And there's the pass to Portis. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Powell. Portis can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Dallas delivering the blowout. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Wayne Ellington is out there with Elfrid Payton. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Dotson in at the small forward.
Going the other way.
Dallas has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Bounce pass Barea. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Portis.
TO number 5 for him in the game, and that's way too high of a number for any one player.
Powell with the steal. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. The feed to Powell. Poked away and stolen by Portis. And a fast break now for New York. Now Ellington. Now the dish to Payton. Pass to Dotson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Portis. There's the 3. That shot off. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Barea, the pass to Doncic. At the top of the key, Powell. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Powell playing with a lot of confidence because he knows he has the trust of his teammates. They've got confidence in him to take these shots.
New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Payton. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
Here's Payton following the score by Dallas. Back to Dotson from deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Jackson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And a switch here also for New York. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Elfrid Payton. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Barea, the pass to Powell. Back to Barea. Dallas moving it around. And there's Jackson on the assist by Barea. Barea's got 5 assists in the game. The Knicks have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter here, going 0 for 4 so far. Ellington kicks to Ntilikina. Dotson in the corner. Pass to Ellington. Fires the three. Drains the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Finney-Smith to the inside. Broke off. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, you know, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
And the first one at the line is good. Julius Randle's checked in for New York. Alonzo Trier comes in for Damian Dotson. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Knicks have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Ellington, the pass to Trier. Fires the three. And Prokop pulls it down. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Finney-Smith kicks to Barea. Here's Prokop. Clock at 6. Left side Jackson. Off the left rim and out.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Here's Trier. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 8th rebound here tonight. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Randle. And here's the fast break. Randle leading it all the way. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Goodness. What a nice burst. Randle changing ends like a guard that time.
And it's Barea with the ball. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Yep, it counts.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Trier. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. There's the pass to Randle. Big man who was forgotten about during free agency. Randle could be an impact player for the Knicks.
The Knicks missed out on the marquee names they were after, but Randle should give them great production for quite some time. Not a huge name, but a young talent that can help this team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Randle.
And a breakout season for Julius Randle in 2018-19. Averaged close to 20 and 10, delivering on the talent that saw him taken 7th overall back in 2014.
Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Knox is checked in. Stolen away, and Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. New York's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. The offensive rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, the Lakers allowed Julius Randle to leave in restricted free agency in 2018 so they could preserve some of their cap space.
I mean, his defense still lags behind, but offensively, well, he is special. The lefty, tough to deal with inside.
Two.
First free throw is good. And year 3, the best of Dorian Finney-Smith's career.
Yeah, you know, he upped his scoring rate, guys, and rebounding. He became more efficient and undrafted out of college, played his college ball at Florida, and he's made himself a nice home in the NBA.
And he makes both free throws. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep 3 at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter 3 if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that 3 more in line or symmetrical with the deep 3 at the top. I kind of like having a short corner 3.
I agree with you.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Randle outside. Passes it to Knox. Shoots over Marjanovic. Almost, but it rolls out. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Jackson passes to Finney-Smith. Intercepted. There's Trier with the 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Jackson with it. Pass to Brokoff. Back to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. New York shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Bounce pass from Ellington. Here's Randle, and the rejection by Marjanovic. Now here's Barea. Ellington defending. Barea, no good. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Randle left side. Shoots over Marjanovic. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Now here's Barea. He's guarded closely. Here's Brokoff. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And, you know, Barea is a capable floor general. Very good at setting the table for his teammates.
Fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. And so it's New York with it. Here's Dotson. Pass to Trier. 5 on the clock. Can they get it? The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic is...
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Jackson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. New York with the ball. Here's Knox. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Here's Brokoff. Marjanovic passes to Brokoff. Jackson has the open look. Dallas again missing.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
The shot, no good. Great D that time from Portis.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
A nice shot by Brokoff. Brokoff's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
New York shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Trier from long range. The rebound by Marjanovic.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Knox, guarded by Barea. Here's Dotson. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Left side Jackson. Up and in from the low block. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. 1:41 left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Portis. The pass to Dotson. Passes it to Ntilikina. Over Jackson. Ntilikina can't hit. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Now here's Barea. Jackson down low. Ntilikina with the rebound.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Luka Doncic.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Here's Brokoff after the made shot from Bobby Portis.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Trier. And Wright pulls it down. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys did a great job contesting shots and disrupting their offense. What did you like best about the defensive effort tonight?
I think from the beginning of the game, we just started off aggressive. We were connected defensively, and that's why we were able to stop them.
You got it done when it counted, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.